For most organizations, reaching a global audience with video has never been a realistic option. Not because they didn't want to, but because the cost and time required made it impractical. Traditional dubbing into a single language could run tens of thousands of dollars and take weeks to complete. Without a dedicated localization budget and team, most organizations simply published in English and called it a day. AI dubbing has changed that calculus. The cost of going multilingual has dropped significantly, and the timeline has compressed from weeks to days. Today we're going to look at what that shift actually means in practice and how organizations are using it to reach audiences they couldn't before. Let me walk through what each process looks like for the same video so the difference is concrete. Assume you have a 20-minute product training video that needs to be dubbed into Spanish. With traditional dubbing, the process begins with transcription of the source audio, if a transcript doesn't already exist. A human translator then adapts the script, not a direct word-for-word translation, but a rewrite that accounts for timing and natural speech patterns in the target language. From there, you cast a voice actor, schedule and record studio sessions, edit the audio, mix it back into the video, conduct quality review, and deliver the final file. That process, end to end, typically takes 4 to 6 weeks for a single language and can cost several thousands of dollars. If the source video is updated, the process starts all over. Organizations such as a mid-sized e-learning company, a regional broadcaster, a university with online programming, the economics just didn't make sense for most. With AI dubbing through 3Play Media, the workflow looks different at every step. The video is uploaded to the platform. Transcription is handled automatically. Machine translation generates a timed script in Spanish. AI voice synthesis produces the dubbed audio. Human reviewers then check the output, verifying that voices are properly timed, audio is clean, and the translation is accurate. Depending on the service tier, that review can extend to full translation accuracy and lip sync verification. The completed dub, with captions included, is delivered directly to your platform. The full process takes days, not weeks, at a per-minute price point that scales with volume. The output in both cases is a dubbed video. The difference is in the time, cost, and scalability of getting there. That represents a meaningful shift in what's possible for a much broader range of organizations. So, what does this actually enable? For e-learning and corporate training teams, it means an existent content library can be localized without rebuilding the production workflow. Courses that have already been created can be dubbed and delivered to employees across multiple regions without adding headcount or budget that previously would have made it prohibitive. For broadcasters and media companies, it means content that would have been limited to one language market can now reach international audiences. For digital content creators, the data is meaningful. Creators who dub their content can see significantly higher view counts and watch time per dubbed language compared to relying on auto-generated subtitles alone. The shift in all of these cases is that localization moves from being a capital project, something you plan and budget for, to an operational decision that can be made at the content level. The reasonable question when evaluating AI dubbing is where quality stands relative to traditional methods. For content that depends heavily on vocal performance, like certain types of narrative or brand work, professional voice talent still offers capabilities that AI voice synthesis can't quite match yet. For the majority of content that organizations are producing though, like training videos, product documentation, webinars, educational programming, the quality difference is small and continues to narrow. And in most of those cases, the cost and time difference is substantial. What's important to understand is that well-implemented AI dubbing is not a fully automated process. Human review is a part of the workflow. At 3Play Media, every dubbing tier includes human quality assurance. Reviewers checking timing, accuracy, and audio quality before delivery. 3Play also brings more than 15 years of captioning and transcription expertise into every dubbing workflow. That background in accuracy standards and compliance-grade quality is built into how the service operates, not added on after the fact. Organizations that build a localization strategy now are going to be better positioned to reach international audiences as that becomes increasingly important across industries. The cost barrier that made that strategy impractical for most organizations has been substantially reduced. AI dubbing makes it feasible for a content team of any size to publish in multiple languages, reach audiences across regions, and compete for international audiences without the overhead that traditional dubbing requires. 3Play Media handles the full workflow: transcription, translation, AI voice synthesis, human quality review, captions, and delivery to your platforms. The goal is a publish-ready result, not a starting point that requires additional internal work. If expanding your content's reach is a priority, we're glad to walk through what that looks like for your specific situation. Visit 3playmedia.com to learn more or request a demo.